Hello and good evening. This is Doc Severson for the ReadySetCrypto OMNIA newsletter market update for Wednesday, the 15th of January. All right, here we are, day two of the big breakout from this descending pattern that we've been following and being imprisoned by for the last several months, really since July. So it's been quite some time, over half a year being in this channel, wondering when we were going to get out of it. I really did believe that we were going to have to go lower and reach capitulation, but that's just not the way that this market works, which is confounding to me because I'm used to seeing just absolute, death, bedlam, and blood in the streets for markets to reverse because too many people get way too short. And this is where institutions have got to go long at some point here, and they look for liquidity situations like this. And this is why I believe that we just don't have that much institutional support in this market yet because, we're just not seeing the volume from this. Now, yesterday was good from a volume perspective. That's the type of volume that we want to see, but this has to sustain itself. I mean, it's got to keep on going for this volume. We got to get too many people on the wrong side of that, and volume indicates disagreement on the price. And this is what we want. We want people to hate this market. We want people to be skeptical of this rally, like, oh, this is never going to go anywhere, because markets do climb the wall of worry. So no surprise after yesterday's big breakout that we're just consolidating. Today is just basically a nothing day, almost a doji day, fairly high range, but very small real body so far, again, with 90 minutes left to trade in today's session. So we're just about floating even. This is kind of what you'll see with markets when we go through a consolidation pattern like this, which is more of, it's not really what I would call a bull flag. This is what I would call the other day was more of a ascending triangle, which was at the 5-hour chart. And typically what you'll find is that these patterns will show up about halfway through. So we may get into, this is what I'm hoping that we get into, is that we consolidate for a few days here at this level, and then we break out again. And that would show me a transition into quiet and trending price character, which is good. We want to get into these stair-stepping type of markets. All right, let's take a look and see what else is going on out here. Bitcoin SV coming down from a huge day yesterday. Okay, so not surprising that we're seeing a little bit of profit taking in that. Bitcoin Cash doing kind of the same thing. Litecoin is doing exactly what Bitcoin is. Binance Coin is actually nice little move off the bottom here. This is still a lower high in the weekly chart. Got a lot of repairing to do from that. Monero is getting to the point where now it's hitting a new high in the weekly chart. Not a new high overall, but this is a higher high in the weekly chart. That's good. Ethereum Classic breaking out strongly again. Higher high in the weekly chart. This is all good stuff. Okay, Decred getting there, right? This is EOS. EOS, again, new high on the weekly chart. So we can see that that's a higher high swing on the weekly chart. This is step one of transitioning into a weekly uptrend, is print a higher high and then print a higher low, which reverses and takes out the higher high. This is how these start. So this is all good stuff here happening, right? It's very, very early still. Very early still. Don't be panicking and chasing after these things. Okay, this is XRP breaking. This is not what I would call a weekly pivot, a new weekly pivot, but at least it's breaking that trend line, which is good. Let's see if there's anything else of interest in here. There was some which were just massive down here. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, let's see, WTC getting there. Okay, Zcash, big time. All right, let's bring down this one and look at the weekly chart, and we can see that this is just getting off the floor. Again, guys, these are just getting started. And here is Dash, and Dash, we have to get rid of that one. Just getting started. We talked about this one a couple of days ago, just getting started. Again, a lot of these, I like to see the short interest rising. Want to continue to see that rise. That's on the weekly chart. Okay. That's good. So a lot of these are just, I mean, rocketing higher, but keep everything in mind that you don't have to get the very bottom of these. Again, this is the daily chart on here. You know, there's no metal given out. Like if somebody's claiming that they got the absolute bottom on there, that's great, but it really doesn't matter. I would more be interested in finding, as it pulled back from here and established support, higher low, and then find a way to get long inside of there. That's a much higher probability way to get on board one of these trends. Never chase after these things. We had to push out today's Ready Set Live till tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we're going to be on at 1600 Eastern time, which is, what is that? 2100 UTC. So hopefully we'll be able to make that tomorrow. And, you know, we'll talk live about what the market's doing and what I want to see next from various moves for various coins. All right, guys, that is it for today's report. So far, so good. Let's keep it up. See you tomorrow.